Thank you, Leonie, for that song that you have rendered. And also, there are so many things that happened in life that we have questions, and we are looking for specific answers, but we don't have. But you know, Miss Leonie, I like the song that you have sung, because it tells us that someday God will make it plain to us and we will understand. If we don't have the answers right now, the questions that we have in mind, for sure someday God will make it plain to us and we will understand. So thank you for that. Service like this are in reality for the living, and on such occasions they serve threefold service. First, you have heard and remembered the departed. So the life pictures of Mama was already heard, and also the memories that was with them was already heard. So the second part of this is to comfort those who are in bereavement. There is always comfort in remembering how the ones we love had touched our lives and made it different. There is comfort in remembering that death is not the end. You see, death is not death if you know the Lord. It is merely a change of state from being awake to being asleep and waiting for the trumpet call of God. And death is not death if it kills no part of us except that which hindered us from the perfect life. And death is not death if it raises us in a moment from darkness to light, from weakness to strength, from sinfulness to holiness. And death is not death if it perfects our faith in making it sight and lets us behold Him in whom we have believed. And also, death is not death if it rids us of doubts and fear, sickness and disease, and sorrow and sadness. And death is not death if it gives us to those we love and lost, from whom we live to whom we long to live again. And death is not death, for Christ has conquered death for Himself and for those who trust in Him. So I've got this from Charles Kinley in his speech. So there is comfort in knowing that Mama had established a relationship with Christ through faith. He is a faithful member of Seventh-day Adventist at Holiday. And there is comfort in knowing that you can see Mama again when Jesus comes. Our greatest comfort is only found in Jesus. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Jesus has promised through the writers of the Hebrew when He says, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." And it is through a relationship with Christ that we are able to say, as the psalmist, "Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." And the third part of this service is that preparing the living. So we have already the one here that we remember the departed, and also we have already this comfort coming from the words of God, and now the preparation for the living. We are not given a choice about whether to meet death, or even when to meet death. some reasons why we should prepare. First of all, the brevity of life. Both Scripture and experience tell us that life, no matter how long that we live, is brief. Even though you will live 102 or more, still life is brief. Scripture compares life to a shadow in the book of Job. And also, Scripture compares life as a vapor in James 4. So life is short when compared with eternity. Yet we have plenty of time to prepare for death. And also, there are some reasons that we need to prepare with this, because there is a certainty of death. The fact is that we may not remain here. The question is, where shall we go? Sooner or later, it is certain that we all will meet death. It is the fact that this is the only time we have to prepare. The fact should cause to examine our lives. With a look back, what has your life been up to this point? Are you satisfied with it in the face of eternity? With a look forward, on what do you place your hope for the future? In what are you trusting today? If today were the final day of your life, would you be ready? Sometimes this question